Rob, it could be as simple as a message saying hello or a photo of someone you've never met. You might be tempted to answer, but experts warn that a response or the wrong move could give hackers access to your private information.
Your phone number was never meant to protect your money. But in 2025, it has become the easiest way for criminals to empty your bank account. If you're over 50, you're the primary target, and the final scam in this video can drain your accounts without you clicking anything, answering any calls, or making a single mistake. Stay until the end. Most people have never even heard of it. 10. The verification code phishing scam. You're scrolling through social media when you get a text from what appears to be your bank, Google, or Microsoft. We've detected suspicious activity on your account. Reply with the verification code we just sent you to confirm your identity. Seconds later, you receive a legitimate verification code from the actual company. You think you're protecting your account, so you reply with the code. Within minutes, your account is gone. Here's what actually happened. The scammer initiated a password reset on your account using your phone number. When they clicked Send Verification Code, the real company sent you the code. By replying to the scammer with that code, you just handed them the keys to your account. They immediately changed your password, locked you out, and started draining whatever they could access. This scam works because the verification code is real. It came from a legitimate source. The text message formatting looks authentic. The urgency makes you act before thinking. One California teacher lost $4,700 from her checking account in under 20 minutes after replying to what she thought was her bank's security team. The cruel reality is that legitimate companies will never ask you to send them a verification code. Those codes are meant for you to enter into their website or app yourself. If someone is asking you to share it via text, email, or phone call, they are a scammer. To protect yourself, memorize this rule. Verification codes are for your eyes only. Never share them with anyone for any reason. If you receive an unexpected verification code, assume someone is trying to access your account. Change your passwords immediately and enable additional security measures. And here's the uncomfortable truth. While this scam requires you to make a mistake and reply, the next one can compromise your account even if you do everything right. 9. Fake customer service callback scam. You're having an issue with your bank account, so you search online for their customer service number. You find what looks like the official number, call it, and explain your problem. The representative is helpful and professional. They ask you to verify your identity by providing your account number, social security number, and a verification code they're about to send to your phone. You're trying to resolve a legitimate problem, so you comply. Big mistake. That customer service number wasn't real. Scammers pay for ads that appear at the top of Google search results, creating fake customer service numbers for major banks, payment apps, and tech companies. When you call these numbers, you reach criminals in a call center who sound completely legitimate. A retired nurse in Arizona lost $12,300 this way. She searched for her credit union's phone number, called what appeared at the top of Google, and spent 15 minutes with a fraud prevention specialist who promised to secure her account. He was actually emptying it. Search engines have tried to combat this, but scammers constantly create new ads and websites faster than they can be removed. The better approach is to never search for customer service numbers. Instead, use the number on the back of your physical card, log into the official app, and use their contact feature. Or go to the company's website by typing the URL directly into your browser. If you've already called a number you found online and provided personal information, assume your account is compromised. Contact your bank immediately using a verified number from your card or statement, and monitor your accounts closely. This scam preys on people actively trying to solve problems, but the next scam targets people who aren't even thinking about their accounts. If you're finding this information helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future security alerts. These scams are evolving every single day, and staying informed could save you thousands. Let's keep going. 8. The one-ring international callback scam. Your phone rings once, just once. You missed it. The number looks unfamiliar, maybe international. You think, maybe it's important, so you call back. The moment you do, you're being charged. Sometimes $20 per minute, sometimes more. This is called the one ring or wangiri scam, a term that comes from the Japanese words for one ring and cut. Scammers use automated systems to call thousands of numbers, letting each ring once before disconnecting. Human nature makes many people call back out of curiosity or concern. Those international numbers are premium rate phone lines. The scammer controls the line and earns revenue for every minute you stay connected. They'll use tactics to keep you on as long as possible. Recorded messages claiming you've won a prize, fake customer service SMS menus that loop endlessly, or simulated connection problems that make you stay on waiting. The financial damage might seem small compared to other scams, but the scale is massive. These operations target millions of numbers daily, knowing that even a small percentage of callbacks generates significant revenue. To protect yourself, never call back unfamiliar numbers, especially international ones. If it's important, they'll leave a voicemail. You can also contact your carrier and ask them to block international calling if you don't need that feature. And if you do get charged, file a complaint with the FCC and dispute the charges with your carrier, though success isn't guaranteed. The next scam is more personal, using information that makes you believe the call is legitimate. 7. Spoofed number impersonation. Your phone rings. The caller ID shows your bank's actual customer service number, or your local police department, or even your own phone number calling you. You answer because it looks legitimate, but the person on the other end isn't who they claim to be. Caller ID spoofing has become trivially easy. Scammers use internet-based calling services that let them display any number they want on your phone's caller ID. They can make it appear that the IRS, your bank, or your credit card company is calling when it's actually a criminal sitting in a call center overseas. This technology destroys the trust we've built around caller ID. We've been conditioned to believe that if the number looks official, the call is official. Scammers exploit this assumption ruthlessly. A common variation involves spoofing your own number to call you. When you answer and see your own number, confusion and curiosity override caution. The scammer claims there's been unusual activity on your account or that your phone has been compromised. They create urgency, then ask you to verify your identity by providing account details or transferring money to a secure account. Your best defense is to never trust caller ID, even if it shows a number you recognize. If someone claims to be from your bank, credit card company, or any financial institution, hang up. Then call the official number from their website or your card to verify whether they actually tried to reach you. This might feel awkward or rude, but it's the only reliable way to confirm legitimacy. Remember, legitimate companies won't be offended if you hang up and call back through official channels. Scammers will pressure you to stay on the line. While spoofing makes fake calls look real, the next scam makes fake text messages look even more convincing. 6. SMS thread hijacking, conversation insertion. You receive a text message that appears in an existing conversation thread with your bank. It's right there alongside legitimate messages you received weeks ago about your balance and recent transactions. The new message warns of suspicious activity and includes a link to verify your account. This seems impossible. How did a scammer get into your existing message thread with your actual bank? Welcome to SMS thread hijacking, one of the most insidious phone scams currently operating. Scammers exploit vulnerabilities in how text messages are routed and displayed. By using the same sender ID or alphanumeric code that your bank uses, their fraudulent message appears in the same conversation thread as legitimate messages. Your brain sees the continuity and assumes legitimacy. You're not getting a random text from an unknown number. It's appearing in your trusted conversation with your bank, right below last month's balance notification and that password reset confirmation from 2 weeks ago. The links in these messages lead to convincing fake websites that perfectly replicate your bank's login page. When you enter your username and password, you're handing them directly to criminals. Some of these sites even ask for your account number, routing number, and debit card PIN under the guise of verification. A Texas paralegal reported losing $6,800 after clicking a link that appeared in her existing Chase Bank message thread. The fraudulent text was sandwiched between legitimate notifications, and the website she was directed to was a pixel-perfect copy of Chase's mobile site. She entered her credentials, saw what appeared to be her account dashboard, and thought everything was secure. Within 40 minutes, 3 ACH transfers had emptied her checking and savings accounts. To protect yourself, never click links in text messages, even if they appear in legitimate conversation threads. If you receive a message claiming there's an issue with your account, open your banking app directly or call your bank using the number on your card. Treat every link as potentially malicious, regardless of where it appears. And if you're thinking you can outsmart these scammers by being more careful, the next scam shows how they're using artificial intelligence to eliminate the warning signs you've been taught to watch for. Quick question: have you ever received a text that appeared inside an existing message thread with your bank? If yes, type YES in the comments. It helps others realize how common this really is. 5. AI voice cloning family emergency scam. Your phone rings. It's your daughter. She's crying, panicked, barely coherent. Mom, I've been in an accident. I'm okay, but I rear-ended someone and they're threatening to call the police. I don't have the money for a lawyer. Can you send me $3,000 right now? Please, I'm scared. Your heart is racing. Every parental instinct screams at you to help. The voice sounds exactly like her. A man's voice comes on the line claiming to be the other driver, demanding payment immediately to avoid involving authorities. You send the money. Then you call your daughter back and she answers confused. She's at work. She hasn't been in any accident. You just lost $3,000 to a voice clone. Artificial intelligence has made voice cloning terrifyingly accessible. Scammers need only a few seconds of audio, taken from a social media video, a voicemail greeting, or public content your loved one posted online, to create a convincing clone. The cloned voice can say anything the scammer types in real time with the correct emotional inflection. These scams target parents and grandparents specifically because the emotional manipulation overrides critical thinking. When you believe your child is in danger, your brain shifts into protection mode. Rational analysis shuts down. The scammer knows this and exploits it mercilessly. An elderly couple in Michigan sent $14,000 in multiple transfers after receiving a call from what sounded exactly like their grandson, claiming he'd been arrested in Mexico and needed bail money. The voice was perfect. The background noise sounded like a police station. A second voice, claiming to be a lawyer, provided wiring instructions. The entire scenario was fabricated using AI and social engineering. The FBI has issued specific warnings about AI voice cloning scams, noting they've increased by over 400% in the past year. The technology is improving rapidly, and detection is becoming nearly impossible for the average person. Your defense against this scam requires preparation. Establish a family code word or security question that only you and your loved ones know. If you receive an emergency call asking for money, tell the caller you'll send it after they verify the code word. A real family member will understand. A scammer won't have the information. Additionally, limit what you and your family share publicly on social media. Every video that includes your voice or your children's voices is potential material for scammers to clone. Privacy settings exist for a reason. If you receive a suspicious emergency call, hang up and contact your family member directly using a number you have saved. Yes, the caller might sound urgent. Yes, they might sound like they're suffering. Verify first, then help. Those 30 seconds of verification could save you thousands. This scam manipulates emotion. The next one manipulates your bank's own security systems against you. 4. The bank authentication relay attack. You receive a call from your bank's fraud department. The caller ID shows your bank's official number. They tell you there's been suspicious activity on your account, multiple attempted logins from an IP address in Russia. They need to verify you're the real account holder. They ask security questions you set up years ago. Your mother's maiden name, the street you grew up on, the name of your first pet. You answer correctly because you want to prove you're really you.
Then they say they're sending a verification code to your phone to complete the authentication. The code arrives, a real text message from your actual bank. They ask you to read it to them. You do.
Your account is now completely compromised. This is called a relay attack or man-in-the-middle authentication fraud. The scammer isn't just pretending to be your bank, they're simultaneously accessing your real bank's website while they're talking to you. When they reach the login page, it asks for your username. They ask you for your username. When the bank asks for your password, they ask you for your password. When the bank sends a verification code to your phone, they ask you to read it to them. You're essentially logging them into your own account while believing you're proving your identity to your bank. Every answer you give them is typed into the real banking website in real time. Once they're authenticated, they immediately change your password, update your contact information, and begin transferring money. A retired accountant in Florida lost $34,000 this way. The scammer spent 12 minutes on the phone with her, carefully walking through her bank's actual security protocol. She verified her identity perfectly and unknowingly granted the scammer complete access. By the time she realized what happened, 3 wire transfers had cleared and her savings account was empty. See, your bank's fraud department will never call you and ask you to verify your identity by providing passwords, security question answers, or verification codes. If they detect suspicious activity, they'll typically freeze your account and require you to call them using the number on your card. If you receive a call claiming to be from your bank's fraud department, hang up. Call your bank directly using the number on the back of your card or from their official website. Don't use any number the caller provides. Don't use redial. Look up the number independently and call it yourself. This scam exploits your trust in your bank. The next scam exploits your trust in your own phone. 3. The SIM swap account takeover. You wake up one morning and your phone has no signal, no calls, no texts, no data. You assume it's a network outage. Annoying, but it'll probably resolve itself. By the time you realize what's actually happening, your bank accounts are empty, your email is locked, your social media is gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is a SIM swap attack, and it's the most devastating phone-based scam currently operating. A criminal contacts your mobile carrier pretending to be you and convinces them to transfer your phone number to a SIM card in their possession. Once they control your number, they control everything connected to it. Here's why this is so catastrophic. Your phone number is the master key to your digital life. When you forget a password, how do you reset it? A code sent to your phone. When you log into your bank, how does it verify you? A code sent to your phone. When you try to access your email, how does two-factor authentication work? A code sent to your phone. The moment a scammer gains control of your number, they start resetting passwords. They'll hit your email first because email access lets them reset passwords for everything else. Then your banking apps, then your cryptocurrency wallets, then your investment accounts. They work methodically through every high-value target they can find, and they work fast because they know you'll notice eventually. A cryptocurrency investor in Seattle lost $127,000 in under 2 hours after a SIM swap. His phone went dead at 3 a.m. while he slept. By the time he woke up at 7 a.m., his Coinbase account had been emptied, his bank accounts were drained, and his email was locked with a changed password. The worst part? His carrier initially insisted they hadn't performed any SIM swap and blamed a technical glitch. Your defense starts with your carrier. Call them and set up additional security measures. A verbal password or PIN that must be provided before any account changes. Port freeze or transfer restrictions that prevent your number from being moved without in-person verification, and extra authentication requirements for any SIM changes. Next, remove your phone number as the primary two-factor authentication method wherever possible. Switch to authenticator apps like Google Authenticator, Authy, or Microsoft Authenticator. These generate codes locally on your device and aren't vulnerable to SIM swaps. For your most sensitive accounts, banking, investment, cryptocurrency, enable every available security feature: biometric login, hardware security keys, withdrawal delays, and whitelist addresses for crypto transactions. If your phone suddenly loses service for no apparent reason, assume you're under attack. Immediately contact your carrier using another phone and demand they verify whether a SIM swap occurred. Then start changing passwords for critical accounts using a computer before the scammer can lock you out. The reality is that no prevention is foolproof. Carriers have proven they cannot reliably prevent SIM swaps. Your only real protection is making your accounts difficult enough to access that scammers move on to easier targets. This scam requires compromising your carrier. The next one doesn't need your carrier at all, just your trust. 2. SMS phishing with embedded malware. You receive a text from what appears to be a delivery service. Your package couldn't be delivered. Click here to reschedule. The link looks legitimate. It includes the shipping company's name and a tracking number. You click it because you have been expecting a delivery. The page looks exactly like the real shipping company's website. You enter your information to reschedule. But you didn't just update a delivery. You just installed malware on your phone. SMS phishing, or smishing, has evolved far beyond simple fake links. Modern smishing campaigns deliver sophisticated malware that embeds itself in your phone's operating system. Once installed, this malware can intercept text messages, capture screenshots, record keystrokes, access your banking apps, and send the data back to criminals without you noticing any unusual behavior. Some malware variants specifically target banking apps. They display fake login screens over legitimate apps, capturing your credentials when you enter them. The real app opens normally afterwards, so you never suspect anything went wrong. Meanwhile, the malware has sent your username and password to a server controlled by criminals. Other variants intercept verification codes. When your bank sends a two-factor authentication code via SMS, the malware reads it before you do and forwards it to the scammer. You might see the code and think everything is normal, unaware that someone else received it too and is using it to access your account in real time. To protect yourself, never click links in unexpected text messages. If you receive a notification about a delivery, login issue, or account problem, open the official app or website directly rather than clicking the link. Legitimate companies don't send unsolicited links for security issues. If you accidentally click a suspicious link, don't enter any information. Close your browser immediately immediately. If you entered information or the site prompted you to download something, assume your phone is compromised. Change passwords for sensitive accounts from a different device, enable additional security measures, and consider factory resetting your phone after backing up important data. Install mobile security software from reputable companies. While not foolproof, these apps can detect and block many malware variants before they install. This scam infiltrates your phone. The final scam doesn't need your phone at all. It exploits the entire phone network infrastructure. 1SS7 network interception. The most terrifying phone scam isn't something you can prevent by being careful, using strong passwords, or avoiding suspicious links. It exploits fundamental vulnerabilities in the global phone network infrastructure itself, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. SS7, Signaling System 7, is the protocol that allows phone networks worldwide to communicate with each other. It routes calls, delivers text messages, and enables features like call forwarding and roaming. It was designed in the 1970s with virtually no security because the designers assumed only trusted telecommunications companies would have access to it. They were wrong. Today, SS7 access can be purchased on the black market. Once someone has access to the SS7 network, they can intercept your calls and text messages, track your location in real time, and reroute your phone communications without your carrier knowing. This means criminals can intercept two-factor authentication codes sent via SMS without ever touching your phone or compromising your carrier. They don't need to trick you into installing malware. They don't need to perform a SIM swap. They simply intercept the messages at the network level before they reach your phone. They can also listen to your phone calls. If you call your bank to verify suspicious activity, they can hear the entire conversation, including any security information you provide. If you receive a password reset code via automated phone call, they can intercept it. The scariest part? This attack is completely invisible. Your phone works normally. You receive your calls and texts. You have no idea that someone else is also receiving everything sent to your number. However, you can protect yourself by minimizing your reliance on phone-based security. Never use SMS as your primary two-factor authentication method. Switch to authenticator apps that generate codes locally on your device, immune to network interception. For highly sensitive accounts, use hardware security keys like YubiKey that provide phishing-resistant authentication. For voice calls involving sensitive information, use encrypted communication apps like Signal, WhatsApp, or FaceTime instead of regular phone calls. These services use end-to-end encryption that prevents interception at the network level. If you're a high-value target, someone with significant cryptocurrency holdings, a business executive, a journalist working on sensitive stories, consider using separate phone numbers for different purposes. Keep your banking and financial accounts tied to a number that you never share publicly and rarely use for regular communication. Protecting yourself. Final thoughts. My most important advice is this: slow down. These scams work because they create urgency that bypasses rational thinking. No legitimate company will demand immediate action. Your bank will not threaten to close your account if you don't respond within the hour. Your family member will understand if you take 2 minutes to verify their identity before sending money. In our next video, we're exposing the newest scam that looks like a live video call from your bank, your financial advisor, or even your own family, and people are losing money because the face on the screen looks real. Subscribe and turn on notifications. By the time most people hear about this one, it's already too late.